Alright guys and gals, second half of chapter 2, no introduction here, straight into the action. So we're returning to a new round here. Let me just give you the quick update. We recently finished Yosefka's research, which is a great start, and we're currently working on shelter at Yosefka's clinic. We have one survivor there held up in safety. Our saw cleaver is on death's door, but they've got full blood echoes, so it's likely I'm going to send them straight off to the hunter's dream to sort some stuff out. Ludwig's is doing marginally better, noting here that I've fixed up the hit points from last episode. I think she got an extra damage in there that I didn't account for. So now she's sitting on 3. And probably while we're here, let's just increase that so we don't have to send her back to the hunter's dream. We'll use Yosefka's blood vial, healing up 2 points of damage. And I feel like with that, we can get back into the swing of things. Now we've got a bit of exploring to do here. We need to find more consumables, take them back to Yosefka's. So I'm thinking we get stuck into that pretty quickly. For Ludwig, we're going to take 1 point of damage in Yosefka's to draw a card. So we're starting this round with 4 to play, which we're going to use all of to move and grab a consumable. 1, 2, 3 for the move. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 points. One more card for the consumable. A pungent blood cocktail could come in handy, but most importantly, we've found our second survivor. If we can find one more and take her back to Yosefka's, we've got that insight mission sorted. Onto our saw cleaver's turn, and I was really hoping they might be able to do a little bit of exploration before heading back to the hunter's dream, but it doesn't look like it's going to be possible. So it almost feels like we're foregoing a turn here, but it will be worth it for the heals. The hunter portals and arrives in the dream, moving the hunter's mark one more space over. The saw cleaver discards all 3 of their marks, and we can begin drawing upgrades. Now, I'd kind of like to keep that agile attack for Ludwig, but I don't know if we're going to let them come back again this chapter. So let's grab that. It does have a stagger after all. We'll grab this one. Leaping's interesting, but I might take that second unyielding. We put out our new hunter's deck, heal up, refresh our firearm, and I think we'll choose a new side for our weapon. Oh! And we also get to refresh our claw mark. Sweet. That's the end of the round, and because we've hit a red mark, all of the enemies and consumables are going to reappear. Let's start the round with the saw cleaver hunter, and we're going to explore down to the south. We play our card, draw our tile, and thank goodness we've immediately found Odin Chapel. 1, 2. And now at the end of our move, we're prompted to draw a new card from the Long Hunt deck. Oh, and we're asked to check if we have Moment of Mercy. That is one of our cards from the last chapter. We do have it, so we are drawing number 30, and I think I know what's about to go down. Massacre at Odin Chapel, of course. So we surround the chapel tile with fog gates, spawning one female beast patient on the Odin Chapel main space. Ooh, what's worse is that it's immune to the Odin Chapel effect. No slow attacks for it. To complete this mission, we are going to need to slay this beast. Now here we've also got to draw up another card because by the looks of things, this guy's going to have a couple of lives. 2 insight tokens, oh boy. We're going to have to kill this sucker 3 times and it's got a special ability. Hey, let me go find the miniature. All right, here she is. Place our fog gates and break the lantern. Now, I don't like my odds of getting an attack in here, so I'm going to play things a little bit slack, let's say. We'll begin by throwing a throwing knife at this beastie. 1 point of damage, hooray. But if we end our turn here, we're going to get her to run at us, and we can potentially take off a couple of lives. Let me show you how. So that's the end of our hunter's turn. Female beast patient now activates, and she's going to move into our location and then attack. But because she moves into our location, we get to flip Ludwig's rifle to deal 2 points of damage. 2 points of damage on a beast that has only 3 health. That's 1 life down. Oh, forgot to put my insights. So from the 2 insights we started with, we've got 1 left. So the female beast patient goes in for the attack. She's going to be pretty brutal, I think, here. So I'm going to go ahead and throw our poised attack down, just in case she goes for a stagger. 2 plus 1 damage will be enough to get rid of her next life. Let's see what she's doing to us, though. It's her special attack. Now, the special attack here is actually replaced by one from the chapter. This one becomes Ravage, which is a super quick 3-speed attack that's got stun, and then a special ability. If the beast patient is slain, Hunter must dodge or suffer 3 extra damage. Like it says on here, it would be slain. Instead, we're doing something else, thank goodness. So we're just going to cop the 3 damage. Ouch. That's okay though, we get to ignore the stun and we are doing 3 damage back. Her second life is gone, 1 more and we've got the kill. It's now Ludwig's turn and we've got a bit of damage to deal here. Firstly, we are going to have to transform our weapon. It is chock-a-block right now. And now we can attack. Now we're not going to be able to get the kill here, but we can start off with a little something something. So we're going to go Indomitable for a draw, and then we'll see what this beast has got. It is a basic action, so it's going to be 3 damage slow attack, one that we can very nicely go ahead and dodge with. We'll come back to that in a sec, but for now, we ignore the 3 damage and get our attack in. 4 damage, 1 more for the kill. Now, in using the quick change attack here, we may transform our weapon for free after an attack or dodge. Well, we got the dodge in, so let's flip this one over, and I think go for the kill. We'll throw Rapid on our quick stab, drawing us a card, and then we can clear the slot, dealing 1 damage to an enemy in the area. Huntsman's minion is dead. Now we would gain 1 more blood echo, but I forgot to spend 1 to reload our Evelyn, so we're just going to have to leave it there. But we do have 1 card left in hand for us to pick up that consumable. Here we get a Molotov cocktail, which could be pretty damn useful. But more importantly, our 3rd survivor overall. End of the round. Time to head back to Yosefka's. I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 cards to move. 1, 2, 3, and 4. And then I'm going to throw a Molotov cocktail because I want this fight done. 2 damage. Let's fight. Now, before we actually get into combat, I'm going to go ahead and spend 1 of our blood echoes to flip Evelyn back over, because chances are we're going to get a basic attack in just a sec. And we are gearing up for endgame, I hope. I'm going to play Bloodthirsty to our quick stab. 2 damage will be enough to make the kill here. But what does our enemy have for us? I'm hoping for a special or a basic attack. We do get the basic attack, which is the least good of the 2 options, but that's cool. We'll flip Evelyn over to get the stagger, and then our quick stab is going to go off. 2 damage, that's a kill. Then we get a draw, our blood shard back, and a heal, which is very nice. Back up to 5 hit points. All right, let's take it on home, spending our last card for a move. We're in Yosefka's. We drop off our remaining 2 survivors, and the insight mission is complete. We've created a safe refuge at Yosefka's clinic, and now the shelter at the Odin Chapel cannot be completed, which is fine. We kind of stuffed that up earlier. Here, we get to distribute the messenger's gift reward amongst the hunters. This will give one of our hunters the ability to prevent non-boss enemies from activating after our turn. Pretty solid, but who do we give it to? I think it's going to have to be the Saw Cleaver, because otherwise we're going to have to restructure all of these rewards, and that seems like effort, so let's keep it simple. That done, I think it's about time for us to turn this one in. We have our first boss. We're going to surround the graveyard with fog gates, and we are going to spawn the cleric beast. There are the fog gates, and here is the cleric beast. Oh yes. This is going to be one hell of a fight. Now we are playing a 2-player game, so the cleric beast has 14 hit points to deal with for phase 1. There are 2 phases to this fight, and once we reach the second one, we're instructed to draw more cards, potentially making this fight even harder. Please don't. With that done though, it's the Saw Cleaver's turn, and I am pumped to find out what happens here. Into combat. Now we've drawn up pretty well, and I'm really liking the look of our new Agile card here, so I'm going to throw that down into the Heavy Carve. Means it's going to be a 3 damage medium speed attack. Basically, we might not survive this, but we should get the kill. So we are going to shuffle up the enemy actions, and we get a basic attack. This is just a medium speed. It does 2 damage. Ouch and ouch. But we do get the kill, and that is the final kill on this one too. With the beast slain, we draw the next card, Price of Weakness. We can distribute 1 consumable and the Formless Odin reward amongst the hunters. For consumable, we have our very first blood pellet, which allows us to clear an attack slot. That's pretty sweet. And the Formless Odin allows a hunter to refresh their firearm. So our Saw Cleaver will take the rune, and Ludwig can take the pellet. Wow. We gain a blood echo, and we're looking to be in some trouble there. Oops, I accidentally swapped my bloodstone shard out. All right, so we're going to finish things off here. We've got 2 cards left. I'm going to explore and probably run back to the Hunter's Dream, which I feel like is a waste, but with only 1 health, our Saw Cleaver is not in a great place. So let's move over there. Drawing our next tile, we get the Ransacked House. 2 consumables here, a Hunter Mob and a Scourge Beast. Our first move has to be here, but our second one is going to be to bail. Actually, I'm not going to bail. I'm going to finish the movement there, and both of these enemies are going to come at me, but with the last remaining card, I am going to port out of there. Off to the Hunter's Dream. We push the marker up 1, that sucks, but we do get to cash in our Blood Echo, heal up and do all that stuff. For this upgrade, we'll take Leaping. And with that, we're at the end of the round. Let's prepare for the final battle. Now, this is kind of going to be a whole waste of a turn because basically, end of this round, the hunt marker goes to a red space. The Cleric Beast would heal up any damage we'd dealt to him unless we take him over to phase 2, which is just not going to happen. 14 damage, I don't think so. So, what we're going to do is nothing here. Saw Cleaver's turn is over. The mob move 1 space. Onto Ludwig's turn. She needs to get moving. We're going to play a card. 1, 2. We're going to play a second card to draw, getting us some fire paper. First time we've seen this. On attack, we'll get +1 damage. That's always good. And then we'll use the very last one to move 2 more spaces. 1, 2 into the central lamp tile. And actually, I was going to let the Hunter Mob come in and attack, but I realized I have the Pungent Blood Cocktail here, which is going to prevent this guy from activating. The perfect item for the perfect situation. Love it. With that, Ludwig's turn is over, and so's the round. The mark moves 1 space, and everything resets. Now this is it. This is the final showdown. Let's do it. We move with Ludwig, 1, 2, and the battle begins. We'll begin by spending one of our Blood Echoes to flip back over our firearm. We're all charged up, ready to go there. And I think with that, we're ready to do some attacking. We'll throw down Indomitable for the draw, and we gain Rallying. That's going to be pretty handy. And as an added bonus for us, I'm going to throw that Fire Paper down to bring our 2 damage attack up to 3. Let's see how the Cleric Beast responds. All right, so we have Overhead Slam here. This targets all hunters in the space. Wow. Before the attack, 1 hunter in this space may exhaust their firearm to place 1 insight token on the Cleric Beast's card. This attack deals -1 damage per insight token. Okay, wicked. So let's do that. We'll flip over our firearm, and the 4 damage attack goes down to 3 damage. That's still a lot. But good news, we're doing 3 damage straight back. The slash plus our firepower That is one good solid hit back. We're going blow for blow, but I still don't think we've got the edge here. Let's use another Blood Echo to flip Evelyn back over, just in case there are more opportunities to reduce the damage here. And I think we're going to go all out. We'll spend the Beast Blood Pellet, allowing us to clear one of our attack slots, and I'm going to go ahead and clear Bloodthirsty. This is going to deal one more point of damage to the Cleric Beast. Our attack is going to be Rallying. This turns our slash into a 3 damage attack, and then after we land, we're going to heal up 2 points, which could be life-saving for us. We shall see. The Cleric Beast attacks us, and it's also a medium speed attack. Overhead Slam, 4 damage, targets all hunters in this space, again just like the other one. Before this attack, one hunter in this space may exhaust their firearm again. Okay, so we can reduce the damage even more. Flip it over, grab another insight token. Oh, I don't think I actually put one on before, so let's put 2 insight tokens on there. And this 4 damage attack goes down to a 2 damage attack. All right, that's okay. We're going to use a dodge to ignore that damage, so that is pretty handy. Even better, we get to draw, quick change, very cool, and we get to clear the slot. Another sneaky damage, and then the 3 from our attack. 6 more points of damage, and we've got this. And what's more, we get to heal up a bit. Look, we're probably going to die here, so let's just go all out. We'll throw down another Blood Echo, flip Evelyn, and let's go for gold. Bloodthirsty with a quick stab. It's only going to be 2 damage, but it's going to be 2 damage that our Saw Cleaver Hunter is not going to have to inflict. We draw the next card, and it's Recovery. Remove all insight tokens on the Cleric Beast's card. What? And block 2 damage? Then we shuffle the deck? What do you mean? We're on such a roll there, and we didn't even get to damage. That sucks. All right. Well, we've still got a card in hand, but it's not going to be any use to us because we've got no more spaces free. So that's the end of our activation. Time for the Cleric Beast to take its swings. Now we've lost all insight on the card, so these attacks are going to be full damage. Let's see how we go. And it's an overhead slam, medium speed, 4 damage. We do get to use our firearm again, so I can actually take this from 4 damage back down to 3. We're going to survive this attack. Sweet. We get one of our insight tokens back. 1, 2, 3. And we're alive. All right. That is a good start to this encounter. Holy crap. All right. Ludwig's done. We're over to the Saw Cleaver Hunter. And you know what? We're actually going to go straight in for the attack thanks to leaping. We're going to go straight in with leaping, throwing it down on our quick cut with the Bloodstone Shard. This is going to be a 3 damage attack, but it's an attack where we may make a move action before using the attack. So our move is obviously going to be 1, 2, and then we go for it. The Cleric Beast draws, and it is a lunging strike. 2 speed, cannot be dodged, and then after this attack we move the Cleric Beast 1 space away. That sucks. Okay, now before this attack, the hunter may exhaust their firearm to place 1 insight token on the Cleric Beast's card. Same usual stuff there. Now I could do that, or I could make the Cleric Beast come to us and use Ludwig's rifle to deal 2 points of damage to it. Well, you know what? It doesn't really matter at the moment. Our attack goes off first and we deal 3 damage to it. Just like that. All right, you know what? I am going to use the rifle here to reduce the damage. Flipping it over, we cop only 2 damage because we've got an extra insight token on the Cleric Beast. The beast moves 1 space away and we're back to our turn. Now, we just need 3 more damage and we've got this. First things first, let's refresh our firearm with the Formless Odin, and then I'm just going to end the turn because now the Cleric Beast's got to come and attack us. So in his activation, he's going to move into our space, and he's going to try and attack our Saw Cleaver. Firstly, he's moved in, so I'm going to exhaust Ludwig's rifle to deal 2 points of damage. 1 more. Oh, that's mine. 1 more damage, and we've got this guy in the... Well, the first half in the bag. But that's a pretty good achievement for us. All right. So he's going to attack us now, and I'm thinking we respond to his attack with an unyielding quick cut. This is the quickest attack we can manage. It has a stagger, and we get to draw a card off it as well. Rallying. An absolute lifesaver, that card. Okay. Oh, why would we do that? Okay, I've realized immediately that I should have used Agile to get the super quick attack in, just to deal the damage and get it done with. Now we actually risk getting hit here. That sucks. Okay, we draw the Cleric Beast's attack, and it's actually a recovery, so it wouldn't have mattered either way. Cool. So again, we remove all insight tokens on the card, and we block 2 damage from this attack. That's all the damage there, so this guy lives to fight another day. Bye-bye, insight. The hunt marker advances, and we are really running out of time here. New round, let's just hit him with the Saw Cleaver Hunters so we can move on to this next phase. We attack, and in an effort to prevent some damage happening here, we're actually going to use that Agile card, which turns our medium speed slash into a quick speed slash. That does 3 damage. It's a little overkill, but we're rolling with it. We draw, yes, an overhead slam, which is a medium speed attack, which means our slash goes first. Sucker! We deal the last bit of damage we need to the Cleric Beast to flip him over to phase 2. 12 more damage to go, and we've got this. Yeah, right. Now, here we're instructed to flip over the next 2 cards in the mission, and things are getting interesting. We remove the Fog Gates from the graveyard tile and remove all insight tokens from the Cleric Beast. The hunt is now complete when the Cleric Beast enters the Tomb of Odin tile. So we need to lure him away. Oh man. What's this other card? Unstoppable Fury. The Cleric Beast cannot be damaged. He respawns to the graveyard space when we hit the red marker, yeah. And now at the end of each round, the Cleric Beast makes 1 special bonus activation, moving towards and attacking the nearest hunter with the lowest hit points. Holy crap. So Ludwig's going to die here, obviously. Let's see how we go. Firstly, we remove those fog tiles, and now we're going to get running. We have 2 cards left, so we might be able to get this guy out of here a little bit. Let's see how we go. Basically, we need to make our way up to here in, 2 rounds? All right, first move, we're going to go just here. 1 and 2. The Cleric Beast follows in pursuit. We move again. 1 and 2. And the Cleric Beast follows onto the central tile. Before we end our turn, I'm going to use Messenger's Gift to prevent the Hunter Mob from activating. And then the Cleric Beast activates. He's first going to move 1 step closer to our Hunter, who just finished their turn, but then they get a bonus activation, moving back towards the Hunter with the lowest amount of hit points. That's Ludwig. This is wild. We move to Ludwig's turn, and I think we're just going to run for it. Our first movement is going to put us in the same location as the Cleric Beast. We're now going to move out of there. 1, 2. The Cleric Beast follows in pursuit. And then for our third movement, we're going to run straight into the Tomb of Odin. 1, 2, as deep as we can go. Next, enemies activate, and the Hunter's Mob is going to move into the Tomb of Odin. Unfortunately, the Cleric Beast's not going to move off the first activation, but it will off its second bonus activation, and it moves into the occupied house tile. Guys and gals, we might have this. End of round, the Hunter's marker moves on. The Saw Cleaver Hunter is bailing. We spend a movement point to go 1, 2. The Hunter Mob pursues. The Cleric Beast pursues. And I think that might be it. Complete the hunt when the Cleric Beast enters the Tomb of Odin tile. Guys and gals, we have done it. We draw the next card and we get our hunt rewards. For trapping the beast, we distribute 1 Blood Echo and the Beast Raw reward amongst our hunters. Blood Echoes we know and love, but this Beast Raw could be very interesting. On the hunter's turn, we may use it to move all enemies from our space up to 2 spaces away. They're scared of us now. I'm not so fussed though, guys and gals. We have just completed chapter 2 of The Long Hunt. Hells yes. Ah! That was an insane ending. I am so happy we didn't have to fight our way through the second phase of that cleric beast. There is no way we were going to handle that within the time frame. It really just goes to show how much we have to upgrade our hunters before they can compete with that sort of stuff going on. But I tell you what, I'm having an absolute blast playing through. I hope you guys are enjoying too, and make sure you let me know what you're thinking down in the comments below. Let me know what I'm stuffing up so I can fix it up for the next one. But so far, I think we're doing pretty well. So we'll call it there. I got to start looking at a couple of other games, but I'll have a new chapter up for you next week. Very excited to continue this series, and I just want to say thank you for the guys and gals out there that are watching. It's pretty cool. All right, that's it from me. As always, my name's Michael. This is Bits of Board. We'll catch you next time.